everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. And if you want to know why I'm doing this Dimash song today, it's because when I went to post yesterday's video, it was the Ren one, the Swans one. And I said, like, something in my head registered, wait a minute, someone somewhere suggested that I do a Dimash song about swans, but what was that song? And so I had to go back through like my list, because like I said, when you guys send me in the comments something that I should listen to, I put it on a spreadsheet, but excuse me, the spreadsheet is like super long, so which is great. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just saying sometimes it's hard to find stuff, so I control F that and found it really quickly, and it's the Love of Tired Swans, which I'm super jazzed about, because when I took a poll a little while back, it came in like second for the things that I should definitely do next. So I'm glad I'm getting to it, and I'm glad that the big push song from yesterday is what triggered it for me. Before we jump into it, I just want to say thanks again, guys, for all the support and all the lovely comments that you've been giving me about like having lost my job and everything else. Someone pointed out in the comments, and then Tom, the person who sent me the first super thanks, again, thanks, Tom. He had mentioned, he like pointed out the comment to me, and said, you know, check out Buy Me a Coffee, because they take a lower percentage and it's easier for you guys to use. So I'm always amazed that you want to give me anything, but I totally appreciate it. And I totally appreciate all the support you've given me. I did create one of those Buy Me a Coffee accounts. And so if you want to check that out, there's no pressure coming from me, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching and everything else. But if you feel so inclined and want to, it's available to you. There's a link in the description. But that's it. Anyway, I just wanted to mention, because he had said that for a lot of people, it was like a preferred way of doing it. And so did the comment that was left on the video. Someone was like, yeah, this is like a better way to do it. So it's done. Anyway, I'm super psyched to see this. I did leave the captions on, as many of you have said in the past. Why don't you always keep the captions on? You're an idiot if you don't. Let me just make sure we're at the start here. And I say we just jump right in, guys. I have no idea what this is about. I think someone said in another comment, check out, I think he did a concert version of this too. Is that true? Someone let me know if I should watch that one too after this one. But I like it when I get to see his music videos. Like, what was it? The Story of One Sky is the one with all the production and everything else. And that thing was like a war musical, like Sound of Music, but grittier. You know what I mean? Like, it was definitely surrounded, all wrapped up in a war. And it's like as if they were singing in the middle of 1917. Like, that's what it felt like. So I definitely love the production value. And then the last one I did of Dimash was that vampire one, which also was an official music video. And that had some, like, that was done pretty well, filmmaker wise, like filming wise too. So I really kind of dig some of the creative leaps that he takes in his music videos. So I'm pumped to see this. Anyway, let's jump right into it. I'm psyched. You're psyched. Let's do some Dimash. Here we go. I didn't know it was Swans. I think it was Icarus. The way that kind of like fell. These captions definitely on. I don't know what any of that says.
Посмотри мне в глаза, ты прости мне, я сожалею, я люблю тебя, жизнь моя, без тепла, я тобой болею, удержать не смогли, мы устали.
Okay, first of all, so much to say. I mean, you already know that it's going to be good musically because it's Dimash and he's on another level. But I can't stop looking at the filmmaking aspect of this. This is really well shot, and I wonder who the DP is. DP stands for director of photography, or cinematographer, depending on what part of the world you're in. But the lighting on this is exceptional. At least when they switched over to what had more of like a yellow filter. I don't know if you guys are noticing, like this is a more blue or cooler filter, or cooler lighting is what they would call it. And then the yellow side, the part where they were falling was yellow, kind of a hot. It's called a hot filter, or hot lighting. So that kind of like shade on it, and that difference between the two things, I would guess that usually the cooler side is when bad stuff is happening. That's why, think of like Batman, and in the alleyways of things and stuff like that, you see that it's usually bluer, it's darker, because that signifies dark in our minds. That's how we take it. And then obviously yellow, or, you know, brighter red kind of gives you like a daytime feel to it. So it automatically makes you think of like lighter or rewarding, or like, you know, action kind of thing. There's a lot of ways to play with it. And there's been plenty of times, I can't think of any right now. I almost thought of one. I thought for a second, I was going to say Mad Max Fury Road is an example of when they use the very brightness, but in a negative way. But I can't think of the exact scene, so don't quote me on that. But anyway, sorry, I'm kind of nerding out over like video stuff right now, and we're only 1:16 in. But this is really well shot. The detail also, I would love to know the lens they're using on this, because it's not a full wide, but it's giving you a lot of perspective. And it's also got incredible attention to detail. Look at these feathers. You saw the thing streaming down from their eyes, or like his eye when he was leaned over like that. See what I mean about the yellow and the brightness? It's almost got like an aura around it. I mean, that's all planned. And if they're using natural lighting here, which it looks like they are, that's really well done. But I don't know how they did that without using some sort of filter or skin on the light for the blue part. I am really into this video, guys. I will try to pay attention to the music, but so far the video is blowing me away. And like I said, we're very short into this, and I can already tell that this is incredibly well done for a music video. Look at that.
Мы устали, нам очень трудно, я совсем один, ты пойми, без любви ничего не нужно.
Reverse. It's got to be in reverse. Yep.
Не могут жить в разлуке лебеди. Подожди, не спеши, не говори, что чувства позади. Нет назад пути. Не могут жить в разлуке лебеди.
Also, it's not lost on me that they're swans and they're doing this dance, and one of the most famous ballets of all time is Swan Lake by Tchaikovsky, which I would guess he appreciates. This is incredible. Are you guys watching this? Like, obviously you are, but what is happening? Also, why is it that it seems like so many of the music videos I've been watching lately of, you know, new stuff that I'm watching is people, you know, upset about like lost love and stuff like that. And it's like it's like the entirety of all these music videos. You ever notice how that happens? It's like it knows when you're single, because it's like trying to beat you over the head with it. Like, oh, look, you don't have love, and this is what happens when you lose love, and like all that other stuff. I mean, that happens to all of you too, right? Like, I'm not alone. This is crazy. This is so well shot. And I want to know where they shot it. I want to know if this is a different DP than the one who shot for the Sky one. Why can't I think of that? This has taken me out of my element, guys. Story of One Sky. Wow. This is great. This is great. It is so beautifully shot.
Не могут жить в разлуке лебеди. Подожди, не спеши. В разлуке боль сильней. Любовь мою согрей, любовь уставших лебедей. Мои дни без души.
Sorry, every time, this is what amazes me the most about Dimash. Every single time I hear one of his songs when he does this, I always think it's another person. I have to remind myself, and it was immediate this time because he was on screen singing that. But it sounds like another, it sounds like a woman came in, like he was singing that, you know, baritone tenor 3 part, and then in comes this soprano 2. And if he wasn't on screen, you know, singing it, you'd be like, wait, who's that? Like, this guy is so ridiculously talented. This is my new favorite everything right now from Dimash, by far. That was a perfect example there, though. First of all, what is happening? Why are people like burning the wings off of these swans? Also, is this supposed to be a play on like angels? Because angels have wings like this, and they're personified with people having the wings on the back. And then angels are the ones that if you cut their wings, they can't grow them back. I don't know if swans can, but I'm saying, is that part of what's happening here? But the reason I stopped it right there, I have so much to say about the music too. Like, this song actually is awesome in terms of tonal quality and everything else. But did you see how they played? Like, see how he was in the yellow on the right-hand side of the screen, right? I'm going to try to show you this a little bit. And then you'll notice when it cuts the wing, the red laser is going from the light to the dark, from the heat to the cool that I was talking about before. So you're getting that orangey yellow tint, and then it's going to the blue side. And you'll see when he moves, when he rolls with the pain of the wing being sliced, he's rolling into the blue side, that cooler, darker side. Sorry, it's really hot, so I'm sweating a little bit. I'll turn my fan a little bit. I try not to keep the fan right on me, guys, because then it hits the mic, and then I don't want you guys to have to worry about it. But for some reason, it's super hot in here tonight, considering it's October. Anyway, I don't know if you guys appreciate that part of it, but I am really appreciating that part of it. And I never go like too deep into filmmaking stuff. I think this is the first time I'm really going for it in terms of like lighting and how it's shot and everything else. So hopefully that isn't throwing you guys if you're used to just coming here for my music reactions, but I'm reacting to the music too. To be honest, the music video is so powerful, I'm forgetting to read the lyrics. I'm backing this up a couple of times because I want you to see the blue part that I was just talking about, how it goes to that cooler space. Let's see if we can see it. See the blue? See the blue? See how he just rolled in it? Perfect stoppage. Patting myself on the back. That's exactly what I wanted to show you. See the left side of the screen? That's the part where he was whole. It was lighter. That's where the action was happening. Even when the action got terrible, it was still in the lighter area. But then, just like life to death, it went from the light to the dark, from the hot to the cool. And look at the whole right-hand side of the wing and half of his head. It's all cool because he's going into that place. This is storytelling through cinematography. That's what this is. And a lot of people don't realize it's happening to them when they're watching movies and stuff like that. But people literally work years to be able to do this kind of stuff and shoot it in this way so that unless you're trained to see it, you don't even notice it. This is really well done, guys. And hopefully by hearing all of this, if you didn't have appreciation for the Oscar for cinematography that happens every year, maybe this will help you appreciate it, because this is clear cut to me. This is a perfect example of what a difference in the same scene different lighting can make. Ah, it's so good. Oh, I just want to like geek out with somebody about this right now. Why can't you guys hear me and talk to me while I'm doing this so we can geek out together? All right. You can geek out while watching it. And I guess tell me in the comments if you enjoyed the geek out too. But this is fire. No pun intended. Also, the acting and what's holding him down. What is this thing that's killing the Swans? Because honestly, it looks a little devilish. And it also looks like they were caught in hell. And then this is happening to them as if they were angels. I'm just saying, there's got to be some tie in there. I know it's about love and it's about how swans are, you know, always together. I was reading some of the lyrics, but there's got to be some correlation, right? Am I crazy? I mean, yes, I'm quirky, but am I crazy? Because their wings are going, and they're still being sliced. Okay, last time I'll stop and then we'll listen to the whole thing all the way through. But when he just did that with the electricity coming off him, this shot right here, it's him fighting back with the power that he didn't want to use. Otherwise, he would have used it before, right? And so this is like the evil power inside of him. It makes me think of when we just did a couple weeks ago, the Ren Cujo beatdown. It's that side of him that he never lets out. It's that dangerous side, that side that where he's going to do something about what's happening to him. And I feel like this is what Dimash just is showing right here. And that's why they kept it in blue, because this is a power that swans don't use or angels don't use. They don't fight back in this way. They turn the other cheek, right? Or swans are graceful. They're not striking out. Guys, there's so much to pick up on just from the cinematography and filmmaking alone. And then you add to it that his singing is so spectacular and so on point. Even when it drops down to that little like minor third, when it drops a little at the end of each at the end of some of the verses, it's not each verse, but at the end of some of the verses, he's coming down when you expect him to complete the chord, like the it's not striation. You expect him to complete the melody in a natural way, and instead he comes down a third, and so it sounds minor, which he's doing because it's a more melancholy song. It's about them losing love. It's about them trying to survive this whatever's happening to these swans / angels. I can't be convinced that this doesn't have some correlation to angels. It just seems so obvious to me. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it doesn't feel like it or seem like it. Okay, there's like a minute left. I'm sorry. I know I stopped a lot. This video is insanely good. Insanely good. New favorite Dimash song by far. Also, there was a total bar in there. The pain grows stronger when we're alone or when we're separated, I think it was. That was a bar. But first of all, you know what I'm going to say. When he hit that high note, he put that stank on it. And you know what I'm talking about. He was just, I knew it was coming. I was like, here, he's going to finish it. And bam. You also heard, I hope, when I was like, minor, because he finished that verse dropping down the third. He went to the minor again so that you would hear it, so that you would hear the melancholy instead of completing the melody up. Wow. This was insane. This was so good. Wow. It is definitely my new favorite Dimash song. Also, I am very aware that I'm like 98% sure that he's not Christian. I think he was brought up a different way, religious wise. I don't know if he practices or anything like that. I wasn't saying that I think that he's trying to make some sort of like angelic thing about Christianity. I was thinking more of like a heaven and hell thing, or like a good and bad thing. And everyone around the world puts like angels against devils or angels against imps kind of thing. So I wasn't saying it as a religious thing, because I don't want you guys coming at me being like, you know, well, he doesn't have that kind of religion. That's not what I meant. It just seemed like there was at least some sort of comparison there as part of the storytelling. This is really hard for me not to like rewind that and do it all again with you. But I feel like you guys will kill me if I do that, because I'm way too into the filming of that. That was ridiculously well shot. If he didn't submit this for awards, he's an insane person, because this would have won hands down. This to me was better produced and better shot than Story of One Sky. And I know they're very different. And I know Story of One Sky is this epic thing. And I'm not saying Story of One Sky was bad. I'm saying Story of One Sky was here, and this was like here. Like it was off my screen. You can't even see where my hand is. That's how high it was. This is by far my new favorite music video, and by far my new favorite song from Dimash. I loved the minor drop. I loved the way he completed it at that moment when I knew he was gonna. We all knew he was gonna. That's not just me. You knew he was gonna do it too. Whether you've heard this song before or not, like, you know, like that's where he's going with it. His talent is beyond approach. I absolutely can't wait to show this to Jackie. She's gonna lose her mind. She's gonna lose her mind. So I guess I got to get another week of Jackie going soon, huh? Because I think I got a list now for her. You guys let me know what I should do with her. I was going to do with her, I was thinking about doing the Ren, you know, recorded and then live things that I did with Tim, because I thought you guys really enjoyed that. But I don't know how I try to do a whole week of that. I don't know how I would get this in there. And I feel like she needs to see this song and that video. Like, I'm going to send that video to filmmaker friends of mine and be like, yo, can you believe that? I'll stop babbling. Guys, this was insane. Thank you for suggesting this. And I'm sorry it took me so long to get to it. I will not let that happen again. If you have songs that you're saying, like, you think are at this level, and you say I need to put at the top of my list, please hit me up with them, because this is a game changer. I was already a Dimash fan. This was a game changer. He's a cheat code, bro. And his cinematographer on this, if this is the same cinematographer as Story of One Sky, that dude took lessons, because this is another level. Maybe different director. Like, a lot of times directors come with their own DPs. So that could be it too. But oh, I would have killed to be on this set. So much was going on. I saw the netting where they caught the swans and all the stuff they must have done on green screen. And you saw that reverse thing where it looked like he was like dropping the sand, but he wasn't. It was actually in reverse. He had picked the sand up, and then, you know, the two swans came out of it. This was fire. Sorry, I'll stop. Okay, guys, thank you so much again for suggesting this. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video if you made it this far. I know I tend to babble when I get excited. You know, be happy you're not my significant other, because then you'd have to hear it all the time, right? It's like, I just realized. Tell me why you're single without telling me why you're single, Scott. Anyway, Thank you guys so much for watching. You know I appreciate it, and you know I appreciate you. And again, thank you so much for the love about me getting laid off. I do really appreciate it. It's really sweet of all of you, and I mean that. Thank you very much. I will try not to bring it up anymore. I just wanted to thank you all again because you've been really nice about it. And those of you who sent me some shekels, thank you. Seriously. That's unexpected, but in the most pleasant way. So I really appreciate it. Going to wrap this one up, and I'm doing it. So hopefully you're doing it too. Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.